What's going on, you guys? Jojo episode 27. This was a fun episode. I know I sound like a broken record, but just want to say that this is the last arc of the manga I read. So starting next week, it'll be all new material. Well, I mean, they have to finish this arc next week, and then it'll be all new material. Yeah, that'll be definitely exciting. Don't have much to say about this episode other than it was fun. I liked seeing, I'm not even gonna fucking, the alien. I mean, there's no confirmation whether he is or not, but I'm gonna call him the alien because fuck his name. Fuck that with a 10-foot pole. I'm not even touching that. That's ridiculous. So yeah, the alien, he has fun moments when he's like mimicking Okuyasu and some of the things he says and turning into the giant dice and how immediately when he's playing with Josuke, he immediately gives Josuke a perfect roll and gives Rohan a shitty roll, and just it's funny. Josuke trying to lie to Rohan and everything. Rohan's outfit was definitely interesting in this episode. He's like the guy who changes outfits the most, isn't he? Like, I know a couple of characters have changed outfits, but like, he's like the one who's in a different one, like almost every time we see him. Nothing really that special, it's just something I noticed. But yeah, you can probably tell there's really not much to say about this episode. It's a fun episode. We see in the beginning, and I don't remember this in the manga at all, we get a scene with Kira, and maybe this is like the second part, because I know there was a little arc called like Yoshika. No, not Yoshika's Quiet Life. We saw that. That was with what's his name? I already forgot his name. Holy shit, Shigechi, the Harvest Kid. What the fuck was it called? Oh, Yoshikage Kira's New Face. There we go. There was that arc, and it was 2 chapters, and they split it. And I don't know if I ever read the second half of that arc, because the material we saw where he was looking out the window, and then the wife, and then he unbuttons the dress and everything. I don't remember that. I kind of remember it, but maybe that's just because I saw the episode, so I'm remembering it wrong. Maybe that was the second part of his of that arc, his New Face arc or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's new material already that they're adapting, but it could have been an additional scene that the anime put into. I don't know. Speaking of additional scenes the anime put in, dude getting shot with the arrow while he was walking. I don't recall that from the manga at all. The arrow like hits him and bounces off, but it cuts him, so did it give him a stand power? Did it not? Why are his ears pointed? They really do play around with like, is this guy a stand user, is he not? Even in the eye catcher, it shows stand master and stand, but it has like question marks, like, is it really? Like, so, it's fun. Also new opening, almost forgot about that. I like it more than the previous opening because I think it sounds less generic and a little bit more JoJo, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But at the same time, like I've always said, openings and music and everything, I have to get used to it. I have to hear it a few times, so we'll wait and see. But the visuals were cool. I think the visuals in the last opening might have been a little bit better, but yeah, the visuals here were really, really cool, and it's just interesting that this is like so many openings for this one part of JoJo, because like Part 1 and Part 2 each had their own opening, and Stardust Crusaders had 2 openings, and now this one has fucking 3 openings, which is interesting. And it'll probably be the last one. I assume this will be it. Maybe there'll be a 4th, because I don't know, we're on episode 27, and I think a lot of people are saying they're going up to 39, so we'll see. I don't know how many arcs are left in the manga. I hope they can wrap it all up by 39 without rushing anything, because that's only like 12 episodes away. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I actually don't know how far in I was when I was reading it. I know that I read I Am an Alien and then Highway Star was the next arc, but I don't know how long Highway Star is. Clearly long enough to be 2 parts, I guess, but anyways, really not fucking a lot to say about this episode. I'm talking more about like the adaptation and the opening and fucking that I was going to be new material next week, and there's nothing to say about this episode really. That's kind of the drawback of reviews. This is more prevalent with chapter reviews, which is why I'm kind of focusing more on live reactions as of lately. But at the same time, even with episode reviews, there's not a lot to talk about. So I guess I'll just move on to the technicals. In terms of story progression, we do see Adam Heartfather again, but he doesn't really do anything, possibly. Like, maybe he turned this guy into a stand, maybe not. Actually, no, he did say this will be the 6th stand user, which means since he may or may not have turned him into a stand user, that means there's at least 5 others. So I guess that's 5 more arcs. 5 arcs in 12 episodes? Yeah. Because even if each one was a 2-parter, but then you have to do Kira, I don't know, I'm not going to worry about that. But anyways, 5 more stand users at least, that's interesting. They gotta catch this fucker, dude. They really gotta catch this guy. He's like really making things hard for them, or he will be making things hard for them, I should say. If the stand users turn out to be evil, you never know. They could be like, dude, Italian place, whatever his name was, Bob, fuck it. That's his name now, I don't give a fuck. So yeah, was his name like Trissardi or something? Anyways, it came to me for a second if that was his name. Maybe it didn't come to me. Maybe I pulled that out of my ass. Yeah, so technical aspects, story progression, finding out that there may be 5 more stand users. It's small, but it's something. It's there. Art and animation. Art really good as usual. Animation, it was fine. There's not a lot going on, so it didn't need to be anything crazy. Josuke going through the air and climbing up the wall looked pretty good. There was this moment, though, and it lasted a pretty decent amount of time where Josuke and Okuyasu were whispering to each other in front of this guy, and their mouths weren't moving at all. And I know Jojo has, like, stylized things, but, like, they were having full-blown conversations for a couple minutes, and their mouths weren't moving, and I thought that was really lazy. I mean, I don't like to call Japanese animators lazy after learning more about the industry and everything. It's in just knowing that animation in general is just very difficult, but it does, I can't really describe it any other way than they cut corners there. It was a little lazy to have them just talk without moving their mouths for like a couple minutes, so that's a bit of a drawback, and the rest of the episode just looks sort of fine, so animation is okay. It's perfectly fine for what it needed to be, except for that one moment, so that's a little bit of a negative. And it was a funny episode. I liked the comedy in the episode, and yeah, that's it, man. Weird review. Very weird episode, too, so I guess that works. Don't judge my content by this video if this is my first video you've ever seen. Watch my other videos. They're better, I promise. But with that being said, check out my Daredevil Season 2 review. It only has 12 views. If you want to know why I don't do shit other than anime ever, that's why. Because anytime I do things that aren't anime, that's what happens. They get like no views. But yeah, that's a totally different discussion. But anyways, with all that being said, what did you guys think of this episode of JoJo? You can go ahead and tell me in the comments section below. You can also follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.